Welcome to Chapter 3, Taking Orders for the Same Buyer. You are a couple of days away from having one of the greatest A-list buyers for info lots there ever was. Join me. One of the great things about this product type is it allows you the opportunity to sell the property before you buy it. In fact, the acquisition decision, should I buy it, shouldn't I buy it, is actually made, if you're doing everything right, before you buy it. You check with the person who's going to buy it before you spend any money on it or take any risk. I'll walk you through exactly how to find buyers in your market before you even complete an acquisition. This chapter is acquisitions taking orders for the same buyer, acquisitions for a single party, local builders, developers, landlords, rehabbers, and investors. RealQuest is so powerful. These assessor databases are the nucleus of, if you've done deals already in cash flow from land, you already know this. They're the nucleus. They're so powerful. When you take a look at a regular data set, when you send mail out, the ownership columns contain the buyers where you're going to sell the property. Let's take a look at a list that I downloaded. This is a mailer that I sent out for at Mesa, Arizona. And one of the columns contains owner name, Gifford Homes LLC, Wynn Capital LLC. In fact, let's just make it easy on ourselves and sort for LLC. Find the next one. NPM Properties 931. I mean, don't you think Gifford Homes LLC is a very logical buyer for info lots? They own this info lot already anyway. NPM, Luma Capital, BPM, NPM and BPM are probably the same. Baker Investment Company of Arizona, LLC. Very, very, very logical candidate. Well, that's great, Steve. That's a name in a spreadsheet. How the heck do I find them? This is what I do. I go to the Arizona Corporate Commission, hit search, and type in one of the names. Gifford Homes, LLC. Search. There it is, as luck would have it. James Gifford and Karma J. Gifford are members of the LLC since 2000, so they've been in the business for a while, and here's their address, which is probably looks like their street address. Well, again, that's great, Steve. How does that help me? I don't have their email address. You hire a virtual assistant, or you do some groundwork on your own to find out. Simple Google search, see if they have a landline phone number listed anywhere. You do a bunch of search to find out their information and get their phone number, which you'll find out is imperative here in a second. It's more important than their email address. That's how you find builders and developers and landlords through the actual data that you already have. It's data that you already paid for. We sorted for LLCs and extracted the LLCs. We located the information on the corporate commission. We haven't gotten the phone numbers yet, but we talked about it. Next, we'll take a look at the building permits in Maricopa County, which is the county that Phoenix and Mesa are in, and see what we can dig up there. I typed in Google Maricopa County building permit and came up with this. I narrowed my dates down to just 2018 to see who pulled permits then, and I just selected Mesa. I'm not concerned with the whole county, and I hit search. There's 2 full pages in 2018 of builder reports that have been pulled. Let's click on one and just see. This person is redoing a subdivision. Looks like a large company. This person's doing a zoning change, replatting a subdivision. So some of these things may or may not be applicable. But my point is, research is important, and you will find what you need. So I clicked on the first one, and here's the information I received. This person's looking for a residential variance for rear and front setbacks. Here's their phone number. and here's their email address. Is this person specifically going to buy an infill lot from you in Mesa? No, but they're doing stuff in Mesa. And I don't think since you have their phone number and their email address, it's going to hurt anything to contact them. And I noticed you pulled a residential front and rear setback variance application on XYZ date in Maricopa County. I've got an infill lot over here. It's not too far from you. I don't know if it's within your business interest or not, but it's for sale and it's actually about half price of what it should be, or it's a lot less than what it should be. You're going to get their attention. So 5 or 6 or 8 phone calls like that with a little bit of research and a little bit of planning, you're going to get those top 3 buyers or those 3 or 4 or 5 buyers in the market pretty quickly. Like I said, 2 or 3 buyers. REI meetups, when you're wholesaling houses, are maybe the single best place to find people who rehab them. The stuff that you see on the people like on HGTV. REI meetups are also specifically home builder REI meetups. If you're in a really urban area, are great. You go to meetup.com and look up real estate investment and start to attend those things if you're new. It's not going to take you long to get 2 or 3 or 4, maybe 5 very, very serious cash buyers for lots. Lots are such a premium. If you talk to any home builder, they'll say some version of this. Oh, no, the money's all in the dirt. Building the house, that costs the same. Every single house we build costs the same amount per square foot, plus or minus the finishes that we put in, the countertops and appliances and things like that. That's where the dough is. But building the walls and the infrastructure is all the same. They make the money, their money, on how little they pay for the dirt. They need you. They're going to drop everything. They will drop everything if they get a message from you, or the person who answers the phone conveys to them this sentence. Hey, I've got a couple of infill lots. Actually, this is my primary business. We send a lot of offers out to people who own vacant lots, infill lots, all over the metropolitan area. And I wanted to see if you're interested in taking a look at a few deals that I have. They will drop everything they're doing to talk to you and to become your friend. It's not a cold call by any stretch. If you've got the stomach for it, talk to brokers, agents, developers. Always put a note in Craigslist. For whatever reason, people who build homes love Craigslist, and they look for real estate there all the time. And you can get a list of registered contractors. This is a very good idea. Get a list of registered contractors that have an address. You'll get that at the state. Usually the state's license contractors. Purchase or go to the state online. It's a matter of public information. Get that list, build it, and make sure they're on their email list. And then you can look at where their offices are or where their registered address is. If it's in that Mesa market or the market that you're working in, it's not going to hurt to track them down either. Don't be afraid to use a VA to go search all the internet and find it. And don't be afraid to literally get a private investigator. Maybe get the person's cell phone number. If you're not familiar with skip tracing, that's kind of a newfangled word of private investor / never leave your desk, find out what you can about, and get their cell phone number is what it really means. They all need a phone call. People who build buildings or contractors, they're out in the field constantly. They are tied to their cell phone for whatever reason. They're not email people. They need a phone call like I just described. That is incredibly important. Email's not enough. And here's another point. Contacting them before you have a deal ready to go usually doesn't work. So if you call them and say some version of this, hey, I'm kind of new in the business and I'm about to send out a mailer, they're going to just hang on the phone. What you need to say is, hey, I've got this transaction and I'm willing to sell it to you for way less than it's worth. They're going to drop everything. So you don't want to build this list before you actually have a viable transaction. And if I were starting right now in the infill lot business, that's one of the things I would make. I would make sure that the first deal that I bring to this group is a fantastic deal. And I would not try to make a tremendous amount of money on it myself. Once you get that hook in, they'll never leave you alone. We have builders call us daily and weekly from multiple markets. Hey, do you have another one? Hey, do you have any more land? That's what you want. So I hope that's all clear. By finding people who build homes, or in some cases just collect infill lots. Like, we reviewed that list. Those properties are vacant. They're just sitting there. Every home builder I've ever talked to has multiple properties kind of just sitting there in the wing. They collect it. It's their business. Next up, how to create a mail merge acquisition machine. If you've sent out mailers and purchased rural vacant land, you already know how to do this. Well, it turns out, just like everything else, we've made this a lot easier this go around. Join me.